All right, raise your hand, name and affiliation, please. Let's start with Kerr here, second row.
Kerry Eggers, Portland Tribune. Steve, do you feel like you dodged a bullet there tonight?
Oh, totally. We stole that game. I thought they outplayed us for much of the night, the majority of the night. But, you know, we brought enough competitive fire in the second half to overcome, you know, their great play. And we've been here before. I think our experience helped us. We've done this a few times, and oh, yeah, we stole it for sure. They outplayed us.
C.J. Peterson, San Francisco Examiner. Steve, that third quarter was a real turning point in this game. 2 years ago, you guys led the league in third quarter differential. You guys outscored your opponents by almost 5.5 points. Did it kind of bring you back to that season, the 2016-17 year? And how big was that third quarter, like I said, in your mind?
I was actually thinking of the 2013 year when that was happening. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't thinking about any other thing but tonight's game. This was, you know, if you've been watching the NBA for a while or part of it, game twos scare you. If game one goes smoothly, game two is terrifying because human nature sets in. And I thought that was the case tonight. And they have 2 days to stew on the first game and make their adjustments. And so that's, you know, that's something we knew was coming, but human nature doesn't allow you to bring the same level of fear and appropriate fear and respect and the edge that you need. And we didn't find that until the third quarter. And, you know, we were down, I guess, 16 at half or 15. But the NBA game is a long, long game. There's so many possessions. And with our team, we always feel like we have a chance. And we kept playing, and our guys got it done. They were amazing in that third quarter and then down the stretch as well.
Standing up here, left-hand side.
Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. Steve, you guys were down right here. You guys were down 8 with, I think, 4 minutes left, and Draymond kind of got it going. He got a block. He got a few passes. How would you describe his play down the stretch?
Draymond? Tremendous. You know, he was in some foul trouble tonight, and I thought our bench really did a good job of keeping us in the game and allowing us to keep Draymond on the bench, you know, late third, early fourth. We bought him some time, and then he came back in, I guess, around the 8-minute mark. And his defensive play down the stretch, Andre's play at the end there, just fantastic stuff. And, you know, that's what it takes in the playoffs. You have to have multiple guys playing at a really high level. And obviously Steph was brilliant tonight. Looney was brilliant. And we got the defensive effort that we needed down the stretch.
Front row center.
Steve Mark, Medina Bay Area News Group. Obviously, Steph and Clay have done this so many times before, but especially with Kevin, Al, what kind of leadership qualities did you see them showing throughout the game?
They just, you know, they know who they are, and they know our team. This team's been together a long time, so they trust each other. And when they trust each other with the ball and the ball starts moving, that's when we're tough to guard. I thought in the first half we were taking some quick shots when we fell behind, and I thought in the third quarter we finally started to settle down, and Steph and Clay had a big part in that.
Second row, left-hand side.
Dwight James, NBC Sports Northwest. Steve, they had 18 made threes, and you guys had 9. It's very uncommon in this league for the team that makes the most threes, especially by that margin, doesn't win. Does that happen to your team very often?
It happened in the Houston series. I think there was a game where they made 17. Raymond?
Yeah, 17, I think we made 9 or 8.
Yeah, so it can happen. You know, it doesn't happen often in this league, but you know, that's one of the reasons I said I felt like we stole it. I mean, they shot the lights out. They did a great job spacing the floor and moving the ball against our traps, and they got good shots. They got big performances from Seth Curry and Rodney Hood off the bench, and so yeah, we dodged the bullet for sure.
Fifth row, right-hand side.
Hi, Ramona Shelburne, ESPN. So you talking about you stole this game. I mean, have you seen a walk-off steal like Andre Iguodala just had at the end there?
I think from Andre, he's done that before. During my 5 years here, I think I've seen him do that a couple of times. He's an incredible defender because he's got, the whole package between the athleticism, the length, but most importantly, the brain. He just understands his opponent. He understands the spots where the opponent is trying to get to, and quick hands to get a steal like he did on that last play. It was an amazing play against one of the best players in the league.
Fourth row, left-hand side.
Wes Goldberg with Forbes. There was a lot made of the coverages against Steph after he goes off with 36 points in game one. They adjust their coverages in game two. He scores 37 points, not necessarily all from the three-point line like he did the last game, but what are you seeing from Steph, and just can you talk about his game right now?
What do I think about what?
Just how he's playing right now in general, reacting to the defense the way he has.
I mean, he's been on a great run these last few games. He had a few games during the Houston series that weren't up to his standards. He would be the first to tell you that. But from from Game 6 in Houston through these first two games, he's just been on a great roll. But that's what you expect from great players. They might have a couple tough games, but they don't stay down for long.
Fifth row, middle.
Colin Ward Henninger, CBSSports.com. Draymond obviously gets a lot of attention for his defense and his energy, deservedly so, but what does he bring on the offensive end with his playmaking and the way he pushes the ball?
Well, he's our leading assist guy, and the way people play Steph allows Draymond to be the playmaker frequently in our games because he just catches the ball out of the traps, and then he's just a great passer, great decision maker, throwing the lob, throwing the cross-court passes. So he's a fantastic two-way player and a guy who has been just irreplaceable around here for a long time.
Far back, left-hand side.
Steve Mindybach, ABC 7 Sports. Jordan Bell had a career night, especially in that third quarter. What allowed him to kind of finally get his game going?
Well, I think it's a good series for him. It's a good matchup. The way we're playing suits him. We need a lot of speed out there, and I think the last three games, the Game 6 in Houston and the first two games here, he's kind of settled down. He's been very comfortable, very relaxed. He's not in a rush, and he's playing good basketball, so he will continue to get minutes.
Second row, right-hand side.
Steve, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Steph has talked about what it's like to face his brother in a situation like this on this kind of stage. They know each other so well. They have such feelings for each other. When you watch them go at each other tonight and the way that Steph knows and reads Steph, what's it like watching that dynamic of them trying to, the game within the game, best each other?
Well, I thought of their parents at one point. Can you imagine, watching your two boys go head-to-head in a playoff game and both of them hitting huge shots, and it must have been an amazing night for Dell and Sonia and Sadell. It's an incredible story, to have two boys in the NBA, but particularly in the conference finals, playing head-to-head and knocking down all these big shots. That's must be fun.
Standing up, right-hand side.